When it comes to cricket as a whole, there are indeed some incredible and unforgettable moments that last long for the admirers. Typical examples of these are certain game-changing scenarios, achievements of milestones for players, or maybe even a particular rivalry. Many sides are known to build up fierce competition against one another, thereby developing interest in viewers across the globe. Among teams from the subcontinent, two arch-rivals in the form of India and Pakistan would definitely have produced the most popularity in viewership. Whether it is in real-life cricket or the PGE Cricket Gaming Series, the clash between the two has had memorable occasions, but with some controversies as well. I welcome you all to join and explore the timeline of the games between the men in blue and the men in green, one of the most sought-after rivalries in history, with the recommendation coming from Abdul Basit. It all started from the word go when they met in the very first tournament in the series, the 2013 Champions Trophy. India asserted their dominance with a 7-wicket victory, which helped in leading them to the semi-finals. On the other hand, Pakistan were determined to come back stronger in their next meeting, which was in the first Asia Cup tournament of 2014, but their plans didn't go ahead initially as they were put down once again in the group stage. However, when both met in the grand finale, they worked harder and won the title after an intense match, halting their opponent's unbeaten run. They successfully carried their momentum in their first World T20 encounter with them the very same year, which helped them progress to the knockout stage. But in the longer version of 2015, the first ODI World Cup, India found back their winning ways and registered a similar result to that of the Champions Trophy. They continued this good form in the first ever Test meeting against them, and in the T20 format, registered victories in the Asia Cup and World T20 of 2016, having more successful campaigns. And as expected, Pakistan aimed at making a comeback once again, and did so in the Champions Trophy of 2017 as a revenge for their previous defeat. But India became victorious again in tighter encounters during the Asia Cup 2018, both during the group stage and the Super 4 round, extending their record in the tournament. Yet another episode of the Men in Green came again during the Cricket World Cup of 2019, where they registered a great performance in the group stage and the semi-finals, leading them to play in their first ICC tournament final. India decided to move on and do something impactful. They achieved their third consecutive Asia Cup title in 2020 at their opponent's home ground, defeating them in a group stage, as well as the final. This also made them have an incredible winning streak of 17 matches by then. This was also the first time both teams have faced in an Asia Cup final across all men's cricket at the senior level. With that being said, you could already feel the intensity of this meet. However, next came one of the most controversial matches in the history of the gaming series till date. In 2021 at the Dubai International Stadium, when they met for their group stage encounter, India was having a victory against Scotland, while Pakistan was in a period of struggle, almost losing to them and getting beaten by Afghanistan earlier. The fortunes somehow took a turn in this occasion. With India only managing to bat for 7.2 overs and scoring 54, there was excessive rain which prevented them from batting further. It became worse that the second innings could last only for 3 overs. As a result, a revised target of 36 runs was put forward according to the game's DL method. Pakistan managed to chase that down easily. This unusual circumstance led to different kinds of criticism and feedback, especially in the comments section, with some mentioning about the shortage of overs and its corresponding declaration of the chasing target. It overall indicates how the game was unfair to the losing side and frustrated the audience. This impact didn't last for long as India eventually went on to win the title, thereby making this a blessing in disguise. Pakistan couldn't build up on their luck to qualify for the semi-finals as they got defeated by New Zealand in a virtual knockout contest. The closing moments of the first PGE Test Championship was nearby after that, and they got to face each other in the semi-final at Delhi, the same place where they first met in 2015. Pakistan displayed some wonderful batting in their first innings, but India did manage to get through to the final with some vital contributions towards the end, making the game a draw and taking advantage of their higher position in the ranking table. In the next year, Pakistan achieved the feat of bringing an end to India's Asia Cup winning streak, although it was eventually unsuccessful as they lost their next 2 games and were knocked out. India came back strongly in their T20 World Cup encounter later, winning by 47 runs. But the year 2023 was indeed something to remember for both, as they had the opportunity to face each other in a bilateral series for the first time in limited overs cricket. With an intense five-match ODI series, and Pakistan gaining the upper hand in the first of them, India secured the series win by winning the next three with great batting overall. However, a good bowling performance in the final game assisted Pakistan in getting another win. They also won the one-off T20 match, registering a competitive performance in the last encounter seen till date. We can infer that as we roll over the years, the determination and toughness of competition from both sides keeps increasing time by time, which has led this to be one of the most historic meetings. Here are the current records of this head-to-head clash in all formats. If we review individual contributions, we can certainly remember these, which involved a lot of confidence, grit, as well as versatility. The popularity and significance of this rivalry can also be illustrated through this aspect, where they had faced each other in 2 games of the YDMNM series as well, in 2015 as well as 2017. Titled as The Big Game, it was indeed an intense fight in both games, with India prevailing with close margins in each. There was also a vintage match based on their 1984 teams, in the year 2016. But all in all, we must have gone through a variety of feelings after watching these games, and it could very well continue to be a prominent one as we go ahead. With that, we come to the end of the clip, and I hope you all enjoyed it. Thank you for listening.
What a superb shot. Through the gap, and that'll go for 4.
And 2 runs added to the scoreboard. That's the end of this match. India.
Perfect technique and placement. Here has been a fantastic display of cricket. Catch it! Yes. Oh, super shot. Here now. Hope you join us again soon for more exciting cricket. Keeper! Ends the over.
So, this test ends in a draw. Neither side able to create that extra little something to